Okay. So as we have discussed the project, whatever the modules we have discussed, I have created basic API. Again, I need to revisit all the API first. For now, just the basic CRUD APIs are over here. Okay. So today we will complete our login process. Can anyone tell me like what different types of login we normally have? What different types of logins we can have? Guys, what different types of logins we can have? When you work on industry level application, what different types of login you might have seen,
One is username and password,
right?
and uh, or we can log in through a mobile number and OTP,
Using
or
an
third party login,
third party login as in,
like through Google or
right? That is using Google, Twitter, or I don't know, Insta might be there, right? What else? One more is there, na? One more is there.
I mean, authentication list.
Hmm?
Authentication list.
Authentication?
Turning off. Authentication list with login.
Sorry. Anyone getting what he's saying?
Other authentication.
Yeah, other kind of you can say OTP, right? Other authentication. You instead of mobile, you put Aadhaar card. Okay. What else? Active Directory login. What is Active Directory login? Some application you might have seen. You have the once you click on the login, it goes to Microsoft login page, right? Yes or no? Right? Let's say you are working on TCS. So all the application you don't have to log in again because you are already on the network. Or sometimes you get navigated to the Microsoft login, you do it, and then you come back to your application. Right? So that is Microsoft at the rate yourcompanyname.com. Those are the okay. So those are the different login you have. Okay. Now in our case, it will be username and the password. Okay. Now for this only and for this only, you need some extra setup. For Microsoft login, we have a library which does everything. For this third-party login also, we have to create account on the respective platform, developer account, either Google, Twitter, or then we can start the implementation of the login. This is very easy. You put the mobile number, you get the OTP on your mobile. You put that OTP on click of login. OTP, the entered OTP and the OTP get match. If it is correct or not, then you get the login. This is very easy. Username and the password. While you will have a post API and you pass username and the password, and API will authenticate that whatever the username and the password you passed is correct or not. If it is correct, it will pass you the whole user detail and you will log in. Okay. If not, it will provide you the error also like that. Okay. So in our application, you have a user controller. So here you can see user controller. Now, if you check the user API, create user API, what is the primary key over here? What is the primary key?
ID.
Okay. What is the foreign key?
Role ID. Role ID.
Right. So user ID is our primary key and role ID is our foreign key. Now from where you will get the role ID? So we have a different API. I have added some data over here. Try it out, execute. See. Okay. As I said, we are going to have three roles, super admin, farmer, and the customer. Let's say if I want to create a customer. So what I will do, customer role ID is 3. Try it out. So let's say Chetan Zogi. com, password 223344. Role ID will be 3. I'm registering as a customer. Phone number, address, Pune, something I'm adding, okay? Execute. So user has been successfully created, okay? Now with this login, I have to check if I'm able to log in. Just login. Yeah, login API. So here, login API extract email and the password, okay? gmail.com. Password is 112233. Let's try. Let's try the wrong password first. 44 is not the password. So if you pass the wrong password, you are getting invalid email and the password 401. User didn't found. Okay. Now if you pass the correct password, execute. 8. I still we are getting like this. 112233 only we pass, no? Calculating.
00.
2233.
Yeah, 223344. 223344. Execute. So see, if the login credential is correct, you get the user object and the token also. We will use token after some days, but for now, focused on the data. In data, what you are getting, the complete user data. Okay, you while passing, you pass just the username and the password. But if the correct credential you pass, you get the complete user object. Okay, so this login API we have to integrate. Now, the same while designing the API, we didn't got the login page. We didn't got, right? Or did we? Where we keep it? Yeah, login was not there. So now we have to go to the same Bolt AI. If you remember, we created this using Bolt AI, right? Let me open the same one. Same prompt we need. So this was the URL of that. Now, following the same design, we need the login page. Okay. So that we will ask. This is the same chat what we used earlier. Okay. You also do the same thing. Whatever the UI you are creating, whatever the same email ID, same chat, use the same. Otherwise, if you use the different chat, it will provide you altogether different UI. Okay. Following the same play, same theme. I need a login and register page in one page. We will toggle later. Provide static HTML page where I have login and register form. Now in registration form, you know how many fields you are going to have, right? So that whole object also you can pass it over there. So you don't have to again manually create it. So your whole object, you can pass it over there. So this is your register object or register form. Register payload will have these fields. Okay. Again, one more thing you have to say, again, provide static HTML files only. Okay. Let it work. Till now, we will complete our routing part. Now, our application is an admin application or a website application? Our
Admin.
website application, right? So routing will be on a parent level only. We don't need child-based routing. I will where I will explain that. I will explain child-based routing also later, but for now it is our application is a website-based only. So first path, default route, empty path. By default, we have to load our website. So home will be our route. Redirect to, it will be home. And then path mesh strategy, full. This is your default route. After that, you need a route for path. That is home, the default route, website component, home component. Okay. Then you need login. So path, login component will be your login component. Okay. So these are the components we have created. Your home path, that is your by default route, then your login path. Okay. So if I remove it, see by default it is navigating to the home. Okay. If I add a login, wait, sorry, router outlet is missing. So in your app component, you had home, right? In home component, we kept our, okay. So what we will do in our app component, instead of rendering this directly, we will have our router outlet. Okay. So let's have router outlet over here. Okay. Because router outlet, what is the purpose of router outlet? What is the purpose? To load the activated component route. Whatever the route is activated, it will load that component. Okay. That's why previously it was not loading the login. Now see, login is loading. Okay. If I remove it, it will go back to the home page. See. Okay. Let's see if it is ready. Yeah. See, we didn't say ki create 3, but it has created 3 login pages. Why it has created 3 now? Let's try to copy. Save. For login also, it has created altogether different UI, different CSS. We need to copy that now. So see, while providing the prompt, you have to say use the existing CSS also. We didn't say so. So again, it has created some new CSS. Let's copy those now. This should be in a common CSS, but I don't know why it has created like this. For now, I will just copy. Save. Okay. So we got our login page, but somehow it is not, it is coming in the left side. So we didn't copy the body CSS, right? So in the body, it might have something. Let's copy this. Put it at the top. Instead of body, we will say parent auth. And this we will add one more parent div. Save, save. Okay. So see, now login page is coming proper. Now, so here first I will register, I will complete later. Login we will complete today. Now, if you see all the API, this is the common part till API. Then this is your controller name, API controller name, and this is your method name. So controller name is changing. Okay. Till this it will be constant. Till this means till over here your URL is constant. So this where we should keep it? This common URL where we should keep it.
Environment file.
Environment folder.
Yes.
Right? Yesterday when we discussed the project setup, right? So here it will go. Common part. Okay. So currently we don't have any production environment. So in both the places, I'm just keeping the same URL. // Okay. Now, where do you keep the API call? Services, right? So last time we created an user service. So inside that login function is also there. Now our URL is coming from over here. Now we need the method name. So method name will come from your constant. Okay. So over here, it will be our controller name is farmer user /login. This is my method name, actual method name. So this same will go over here. And then again, it's a post API user login. We created a interface, I think, class we created. Now, in our login object, what data we need to pass? Just two fields, email and the password. So let's update our class. So email and the password. Okay, let's remove it. Email and the password. Okay, so what object your API need? That class you have created. Okay, now this you have to use in your login component. Now, whenever you have the class, how do you create an object of the class? How do you create object of a class? Using new. So new user login. That's it. You don't have to manually initialize all the field, because whenever you do like this, what happen? Your constructor get called and your properties are initialized. Okay. So this is what we have done. Let me remove the unnecessary code. Okay. So user service we already injected .login and this. Now here we need to call back, that is next : result : any. Now instead of any, your API, if your API is success, what type of data it is returning? Login API, what type of data it is returning?
User data.
No, but what is the return type? Data type I'm asking.
JSON.
JSON object, right? What it contain? Object
Key value.
message, data, and token. These are the three parent field it is creating. So for this, we will create our interface. So this is the API response, na? Message. In data, again, you have the user object and token. Okay. So data is a nested object. So we have to create an interface. So in our model interface, let's create an interface. Or here I will say API responses. .ts API dot response.ts. Okay. Now here export interface login response. Everywhere, we should not use any. Everywhere, what type of data you are getting, you create an interface or the class. Okay, so what you are getting, data colon any for now. Okay, then message property colon string, and then token property, that will be also string. So these are the three fields you are getting from the your login API. In data, you are getting user object. So let's create a user object for that. Export. I'm creating class user model. What are the things you have that you have to create an object? So these are the things. Now I will use convert JSON to TS. Online compiler I'm using to convert. I will provide the object and it will create me a TypeScript object. See. Okay. So I just have to manually copy paste now. Copy. We have to, instead of interface, we have to create a class. So class. Okay. Why we are getting error everywhere? Because we have to, it's a class. So we have to initialize all the properties. So this dot user ID we will initialize with 0. This dot address is equal to empty, like that. Created date is equal to new date. By default, new date we have to pass. What is the data type? String. No, date we need. Email is equal to empty. Name is equal to empty. Role ID is our foreign key number. So we will initialize with 0. Phone number again initialize with 70. Okay. So we created a class for holding our user data. Now in our login response model, here what you are going to get, user data. So that user model you will add it over here. So now your login response is correct. In your login API response, you will get data, message, and token. And in data, what type of data you are getting? User model. Okay, so this is how we strongly type everything. You don't use any anywhere. Okay, now in your user service, sorry, in your login component. So here instead of any, you will add login response model like this. Okay, now here why we are getting error? Because our API is, this function is not returning proper data type. Now this function is returning data. What type of data it is returning? Login function. What type of data it is returning? No. See what we are returning, this dot HTTP post. And what is the return type of post? Observable. Whenever you do the API call, observable it returns. Now that's why you subscribe. Correct? So this function is returning observable type of data. So that also you need to strongly type. Observable. Now you know this API is returning what type of data. We have created login response for that. So that specify you over here. Here also and over here also. Like this. Okay. Let's save. Now if we go to the .tsc, that error is gone. Because here you provided the data type. This function was returning this type. But in your service, you didn't mention anything. Now you have mentioned this function is also returning observable type login response. So now you can hard code it, means strongly type it. Okay. Now over here, this is success call and your error call. Okay. So in error, we will say wrong credentials. And if it is success, we will navigate him back to the home page. So to navigate him back to the home page, we need router object. So router is equal to inject router service. We need to inject. Okay. And before navigating, we need to store the logged in data also. So I will use local storage dot set item farmer login data. While storing the local storage data, we have to store only string type of data. See over here, only string type of data it expects. But in result.data, you get the object. So you need to convert it. So JSON dot stringify res dot data. Okay. So whatever the data you get, that gets stored into your local storage. Then this dot router dot navigate by URL, and where you will navigate your home page. Home. Okay. Now you created an object, right? You written all the code, but you didn't complete the HTML part. So this object, you need to bind it to your template form. So where is your template? Email address, okay? So here, your bracket, round bracket, ng model equal to login object dot. See the benefit of creating strongly typed. Once you add the dot, you see you are getting the properties IntelliSense. What properties you have? Okay. Again, you are using ng model inside a form tag. So you have to use name property. Name is equal to same property name. Here also ng model equal to login object dot password. Same again name property. Otherwise, it will give you that error. Password. Now in our API, this remember we have it over here, but we will do it later. Okay. Now on click of submit, so we need button. On click of login, we just need to call that function. Click login. Okay. Let's add a debugger everywhere. And service also. File, save all. Okay. Let's try. I'm passing the wrong password first time, wrong credential. On click of login, see your API call function got triggered. Whatever the data you filled, that you got in the object. Continue. Okay. Wrong credential, it is going to your else block, error block. Let's pass the correct credential. Chetan@gmail 223344. Okay. Let's add a debugger also. Next block, login. So you got the correct data. Just add a debugger, check everywhere what data you are getting or not. Okay, this is the easiest way of debugging. Continue. So see, you got the response. Result.data, you have the message. So that data you are storing into the local storage and you are navigating to the login page again. Okay. If you check the local storage, we have the data. Okay. Now, if the user is logged in, here instead of login and register button, we have to show the logged in username, right? Let's see if we had that code already there or no. Where is Navbar? Header. Now in header component, okay, that didn't provided our code. Let's ask it instead of this login. Because if you see, this whole UI is created by AI. If you try to manually change something, because this is a website, if it was a normal admin application, you can change it very easily. But if it is a website, if you try to manually change it, you will disturb your design. So better, if you are good, it's okay. But if you are not good, ask the same AI tool to provide the other thing also. Okay. So in this navbar, if user is logged in, I need to hide this and show logged user data and log off button. Provide this changes only. Let's see if we have the token left, it will create. So while asking the prompt for the first time only, now we should have covered that, but we forgot that, right? Every time it is creating three design now. Okay, so till now that thing is ready. Now in this component, we are going to need the logged in information. What user is logged in, and that username we will show it over here. And we will need the log off function also. On log off, what you will do? On log off, what you will do?
Let navigate to login page and remove that local storage.
What is the first thing you said?
First, remove that from the local
Local
storage and
storage.
then navigate to login page.
Why I will on log off, why I will navigate to the login page again? This is a website, right?
Oh,
Let's
okay.
say if you click on log off over here, why you will navigate to the login? Got it? We don't need that. So just we need to remove the local storage data. Okay. So local storage dot remove item. Now here also you need the whatever the key you have stored. The key was farmer login data. So this will also go over here. Okay. Now this thing got repeated. This your logged in key name got repeated here also and here also. So instead of repeating, it should come from your constant. You will go to your constant. So here, export. Sorry, we already created the constant now. So here, local login key. Okay. Key name is this. So now your key name will come from over here. So everywhere you will use it. So instead of hard coding, global constant dot your local login key. Here also and here also. Understand the use of constant? You should not hard code anything. Everything should come from your constant. Okay. Let's check if the code is ready. Where it has done that now. Okay. So this was the old code. This is the new code. Okay. So see, if the user is not logged in, we have to show this. Otherwise, we have to show this. Let's see how UI is coming first. I will hide this for now. For this also we need CSS. What is the CSS it has added? User profile. It has not created CSS, but why it is not coming now? User profile. This might be the class. Okay. From here, we need this CSS. Copy. Save. Okay. So see, this will come and the log off button. Okay. Now, so here you need to show the logged in data. So your logged in data is stored into the local storage, right? So here you will create your variable logged user data. Again, see, now in one session, we are going to use so many topics because we are done with our basic thing. So now some of you might feel this, feel it like a little bit hard if you have not done the basic practice. Because so many things will be happen because we have actually started working on the project, right? So I have to explain the topic also, along with the topic also, so many project scenarios also we have to cover. Okay. Now what will be the data type of this? What will be the data type of this? We created this, right? User model. Okay. New, or let's keep it undefined by default. So I will add not sign. I don't want to initialize it. Let's add the import. Okay. Now in the constructor, I will read the local storage data. Constant local data, local storage dot get item, and now you have moved your key name into your global constant. So global constant dot login local key. Okay. Whenever you read the local storage data, you have to add a null check. If it is not equal to null, means we have the data present. Then now while storing the data, you convert it into string. Now you have to convert it back to the object format and you have to store it to your variable. JSON dot parse method. You will pass the local data over here. Okay. Now this variable has the logged in data, and by default we are keeping it undefined. So if it is undefined, means user is not logged in. Okay. So over here at the rate if condition, if this is not undefined, it means either you add it or not. If you add just like this, means this data is there. Okay. So if the login data is there, you will render this part, else you will render this part. Over here. Let's format it. Save. Save. Currently, you can see this is coming because the user is logged in. Let's try the log off button. So this log off button, I need to call over here. Let's see now. Okay. If I click on log out. Okay. So on click of logout, it happened, but see, now when you click on log off, you remove the local storage data, but this variable was deciding you have to show the logged in data or not. So this also you need to make it undefined. So this dot, that's why on refresh it was showing the login for button again. Undefined. Array, it won't ask, it won't allow us to undefined. How we will make it undefined now? Because we added the proper data type now, so it will ask us to initialize it only. Let's try null. Null also it won't allow. Okay, let's initialize it and we will check the property present or not. Okay, so if it is there, again we will reinitialize it. Okay, so I'm just resetting it. So now instead of undefined, we have to add the proper check. If user dot user ID equal to not equal to 0, because in your constructor, user ID you have initialized to 0. So by default, when you initialize it like this, you will have user ID 0. But if you assign a value, user ID won't be 0. And again, you are resetting it to 0. Okay, let's check it now. Save, save. Okay. Wait, something is wrong. Still, we are able to see the logout. See, log data is not there, but login data is not equal to null. Let's try to print what you are getting it over here. User ID, try to print 0 only. Okay, now it started working. Might not be saved. Okay, So if you don't have the logged in data in your local storage, by default login and this coming. Okay. Now if I click on login, we have to redirect. I didn't route it. Now if I log in, okay. Now if I click on login, I get the local storage data. I got it. I'm storing into the local storage and redirecting it to the home. But this is not getting what do we say? This is not refreshing. But if you refresh, then it will be visible. See, why I will tell you, because your navbar is in your app component. So that component is not reinitializing. That's why. Okay. We will handle that later. So if you are logged in, you are able to see the logged in data. Okay. Now, if I click on log out, see, even if I refresh, I don't see that now. Okay. So your login functionality is working. Just on click of login, immediately that information is not coming. We will handle that. We have to create subject for that. Okay. So understood what things we have did for login. It was a simple API call integration only, but again, UI and everything was there. So you do the login API integration. Then in your navbar, you have to, if the user is logged in, you have to show the logged in data. Okay, sorry, I forgot to. Here also we need to show logged user data dot your name and the role ID. We don't need to show it. That's it. Okay, so now whatever the logged in information you get, that you will show it over there. Wait, I had created yesterday one more login. Farmer 1@gmail.com 112233. Okay. See, test farmer. Yesterday I created this user, so that is coming. Okay. So whatever your login, that username is getting displayed over there. Clear all? Here you have to show the first name. Okay, his C is there, na? Here you have to show the first logged in username. So means here you have to show just T. How you will show just the T over here? Means logged in user data first name.
Slice method.
Caret.
Okay, caret, and you will pass 0. So now you will show the first character over there. See, T is coming. Okay, understood all? So this is what everything we have to do, the login, and then based on the login, you have to show log off and the log if button also. Anyone is done with your website part? Have you created your website using AI?
Yes, I did it.
Okay. Remaining else?
I did it, sir.
Manpreet.
Yeah.
Me also, sir.
We have 40 people around, okay? In the current batch, 40 something plus. Again, a repeater batch is also there and interview people are also sitting. So around, let's forget the repeater batch. They don't do, okay? But interview B3 and the paid one, right? Around 30 people are there and interview B3 around 8 to 9 people. So around 40 people are there. From 40 people, only 27 people are sitting regularly. And out of that, only few people have completed website. Those who are working Angular for the first time now, make sure you are completing the project. Whatever I'm doing, let it be. Don't go for this fancy template. Whatever the basic template you are able to do with the AI, do that. Okay. And complete it. Anyway, I'm going to provide you the code, but if I provide you the code, you are not going to understand and it won't help you unless you do it. Okay. Again, we are going with very basic thing only. Today only we have used constant somewhere. But again, remaining things you already know. API call integration only what we did. Okay, and this class thing, instead of any, we created a class. And this is how we initialize it. Instead of manually initializing all the property over here, you assign the data type your class and you initialize like this. Okay. Fine. So give it a try. Okay. If you are facing any difficulty, let me know. Today I will be in the office, but after tomorrow, no, I will be in the home only. Okay. So if any time, if you face any difficulty while completing project, ping me at that time, we will connect and resolve it. Okay. Don't keep it waiting because every day we are completing one module. Okay. Fine. Anyone having any question now? Okay. Fine. Let's connect tomorrow. Bye all.